Hey guys, welcome back to another movie talk where we just talk about whatever subject comes into my mind, really. So today we are going to talk about what is the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. Now, on one hand, and probably the main truth of the matter is, I really do not care to know what this thing is, but I kind of have an idea of what he is. It's kind of obvious what he is. We'll get to that, but first off, I want to say no, I do not really care about what it is, but since Jeepers Creepers 3, you know, the charm of the series, actually brought up the idea that we could learn what this thing is, I thought I'd make a video talking about what the possibilities of it really being. So, my first guess, and I'm just going to be blunt and out there with it, he's a demon. Without question, this thing is a demon. I'm assuming that, now this is just a guess, this is this is just a theory, right? So everything I say could be absolutely false because it could, and you know what, it probably is, but this is just my theory. I wonder, with all the artifacts that they found over the years, like the artifacts of like the shield with the design of him on it and all the, you know, crazy shit like this, I'm assuming the Creeper was worshipped at one point in his time, and maybe they actually sacrificed people to it to potentially, you know, just to sacrifice because he was like a god to them. This is just a theory, absolutely just a theory. But I wouldn't doubt if he comes out now and he attacks random people, or maybe like he would choose someone every year, you know what I mean? Like people would bring out, and I'm wondering if this is the way they were going to go, I'm not too sure. But I wonder if, let's say every 23 years, he gets to pick people. Like the people were already self-aware that he wants people, so they all sat there, and maybe like they sat there hoping that they'd get picked by this guy because it would be such a great honor, you know, stuff like that. I wonder if that's the way they were going to go. I'm not too sure. It would make sense to me. He's a godly being compared to any normal human. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, like, in Stephen King's It, when the parents normally, they knew about the being actually existing in the town of Derry, and they were letting him take the kids because they knew if they upset him or probably went against him, they would too also die. Because, you know, there's so many examples of a parent just watching a kid in a really unsettling situation continue with a talk with something that's really not even there. So they're already self-aware that he was talking to the demon, the creature that was in the town. And though I find Pennywise rather interesting, I don't find him as interesting as someone like the Creeper, to where you know nothing completely about him. You absolutely do not know a single solitary thing about the Creeper besides that he's lived over millions of years, right? That's the only thing you know. So I think if they just decide to make a sequel, to Jeepers Creepers 2, they can go down the route to where you don't know nothing about the Creeper. I mean, it's one way to take the franchise to kind of like make you think of what it really is, but I just don't think it's necessary, because the problem with It Chapter 2, as I've said in my previous Jeepers Creepers movie, was that they showed and told too much about the clown. You don't care about that. All you want to see is this being kill kids and be eerie, right? That's all you want to see. And if they decide to tell the origin of the Creeper himself, it's going to take away from the Creeper, I think. I just think this guy is just something that you want to see less. You want to know less about him, because it's going to be more impactful when he kills people and you just don't know what you're dealing with. I think that adds a level of edge to the movie and the story itself and the character. But you could take this guy in a lot of ways. He doesn't not necessarily have to be a full-fledged demon. He could be just something that was buried in the earth for a long time. He could be not really a vampire, but you know those things from like the movie. Oh God, what is it? Oh God, it's gonna bother me. Damn it. The movie The Descent, where those things live underground and they only stay underground. They could go a route like that, though I think that one would be a bit odd, because why does he come out from underneath the ground and hunt people, drive a vehicle, you know, stuff like that? I mean, obviously you can make a story around that telling you why he does that. Obviously, if he dresses like a man, he's going to be involved with people a lot more, so he's in the not really in the shadows, but he's sort of in the shadows in some regards. But this is, to me, it's kind of obvious. He's a demon, right? He's just a demon. That's what he is. He takes people, he eats them every 23 years. That's the backstory of a fucking demon. So it would make sense to me if he's a demon. However, if they really want to give him more suspense, like in more of an edge, keep him a mystery. Don't tell us what he really is, because goddamn would that take away quite a bit. I think the less you know, the scarier it is, and the Creeper is one of those guys that The first time I watched that movie, I had no idea what he was. I really didn't. The end scene when he like pulls his face up and it screams and stuff, you just didn't know. No one knew what it was. It was one of those things to where if they just take that feeling away from the Creeper, it really will affect the rest of the series, because the mystery, I think, is what really makes him a separate being from other slasher icons. Like Freddy Krueger, you know who he is. Child murderer, got burned alive, right? You know that. Michael Myers is just somebody who decided to... Michael Myers is more interesting, actually, than most of the slashers as well, because he's actually the embodiment of evil, and he doesn't care at all. He's just a mindless zombie, not zombie, but mindless being who just kills, right? Jason is a kid who drowned, wants revenge on counselors, people who go to his camp. Simple, right? Chucky is a killer who got his soul transferred into a doll. You know, the Creeper, what the fuck is he? That's the big question. What the fuck is he? And I think the less you know, the better it is. So, guys, that is my personal opinion on what I think the Creeper is. He's probably a demon, to be blunt. Like, to be simply blunt, he is a demon, I think, that was worshipped back in his time by people every 23 years. That's my guess personally. But guys, what is your guess? Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Of course, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss another fucking video. And I will check you guys out in the next time.